An anthropologist is a person who studies people and their cultures, how they live, what they believe, the languages they speak, and the traditions they follow. John Harrington was an anthropologist who worked to protect and preserve Native American languages. He traveled to many places to listen to people speak and carefully wrote down what they said so the languages wouldn't be forgotten. Which connection between language and culture stands out the most in the video?
Then begin to rush to the West to study Indian languages like John Harrington.
Harrington developed an almost fanatic plan of recording every particular Indian that he run into, get all the information he could before that elderly Indian died off and the language went with him.
In any time he had available, weekends, summer vacations, spring break, whenever he was free, he worked with elderly speakers of the Indian languages.
He had a charm that he could turn on. He could walk into a room full of Indians that he'd never seen before, and the first thing you know, he's sitting down asking them what this word or that word meant and how do you pronounce it.
Never, ever, so far as I know, had a racist bone in his body when it came to Indian people. And in fact, went out of his way to be part of their lives.
There seemed to be a respect among the Native peoples for him that his own Anglo scholarly community really didn't have for him.
To walk in as white and tall and eccentric, that he just fit right in. I don't care where he was or who he was with. I don't think I've ever heard of him being thrown out by any Indian.
Maria Solares was born to save the language. I truly believe that. She was born around the time that the smallpox were around. They kept her inside a lot, and she has a story of her being inside a lot, not being able to go out to play with the kids because the elders wanted to give her the stories and the language. So they knew she was precious. They knew that somewhere in her life that she was going to save our stories, our language, our customs, our traditions, our songs.
It is my belief that she knew what she was doing. She knew what she left was going to be written down and saved by this man that's coming through to interview her and spend a lot of time with her.
How would we say that? Yes.
Every day I try to have the recordings out. It makes me happy and sad, I will say, to hear her voice and to hear her talking.
I don't know that too well, you know what they call that. Okay. And some of them that I don't remember, and some of them that come back to me, some that I have forgotten. Okay. And getting old doesn't help either. Yeah.
It broke my heart to see that she tried so hard to give everybody what they needed before she left us. She was a treasure of ours, one of the treasures. And to lose such a great treasure, we don't know what we're going to do now. You know, I have the recordings, I have all that, but it's up to me, she said, to give it.
Some languages have been lost, some communities are gone, but as long as there's a committed effort and devotion to revitalize languages, then that's going to be very important to Indian people themselves and to their ideas and the expression of their worldviews.
Which connection between language and culture stands out the most in the video? Want to learn more about this topic? Click the link in the description to experience our iNative activity sheet.